What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and welcome to another Nootropics video. If you traveled around for Christmas, hope everyone got around safe. I actually saw a cop pulling a guy over yesterday on Christmas Day, but I guess they still got to do their job. If you overate, don't worry about it. I did too, and I'm on the Cortex Labs, bulking, mass building program, which is a program that'll help you build muscle, has some intermittent fasting, heavy lifting, dominant compound heavy movements in it. That'll be coming out in the future. It's a program that helps you build mass, and I'm the case study of it. I'm doing it right now. I'll post videos on my progress. It's gonna be sick. Anyway, though, I went over my calories, and that sucks. But within the Cortex Labs mass building program, there is very strategic intermittent fasting protocols, which can help to burn the fat. Basically, you have your finger on the dial to burn the fat right off. So if you went over, basically, you should eat breakfast, then fast between 11 or so in the morning until 7 p.m. for 2 or 3 days straight while eating at maintenance in terms of your caloric number, okay? Watch the fat burn off. You'll take all that fat that you burned and it will be gone. So that's that. If you drank a whole lot and ate a whole lot, because there's, thinking about toxic byproducts of processed food, I ate a lot of processed food also. Just take 100 to 300 milligrams if you really want to optimize your body after all that stuff of alpha lipoic acid per day, because you really want to deal with the toxic load. Alpha lipoic acid is going to go through and just scavenge all those free radicals and start to repair cells and make things function better and help your body to get rid of some of the toxins from byproducts of food, and particularly from alcohol. I drank a lot of beer over the last couple days. I don't know about you guys, but I drank a lot of Beck's. Great German beer. Okay, so basically the gist of this video is this. There are 6 nootropic compounds that I think are the best for business productivity. I've tested these over the years. They're the ones that we suggest to some of the business clients that hit us up and do consulting. We've got a nootropics consulting service. It's a 40-minute call with me, 15 additional email correspondences. We get different packages, but that's the sort of primary one or basic one. And we talk to a lot of people about this, and it's always the same thing. We're always suggesting the same compounds because these work for business productivity. And let me define business productivity. I think there's 2 primary things you need if you really want business productivity. And this could be you're the CEO, or it could be you're the guy doing spreadsheets, Excel spreadsheets on inventory for as many mattresses as you have in your mattress factory, right? Any business related thing that requires particular types of brain function, you're gonna benefit from taking these kind of nootropics in. But the 2 primary things I think that are what you want for business productivity from nootropics are mental energy and cognitive endurance. They sound like they're the same, but they're not. Mental energy and cognitive endurance. Mental energy is that you're just like ready to go. Cognitive endurance is the ability to endure through many hours of sitting down and engaging in a particular task. 2 different things. Mental energy is sort of acute, ready to go, sort of in the start, I'm ready. Cognitive endurance is that ability to sit through many, many hours with pee breaks and whatever breaks, but just like to get back on and have that reservoir of usable brain power to sit down and do work, okay? Those are the things you want to target. These are the 6 compounds that best target those outcomes, with the added benefit for some of them, depending on what you stack it with, and even alone of verbal fluency, working memory, and speed of processing, which are other things you want as secondary things to improve in the business productivity world, okay? So starting from number 1, we'll start from the elephant in the room, modafinil. Modafinil is the elephant in the room. Before we get to folks and start consulting on them on nootropics, they're all just taking modafinil, right? We give them then many other different stacks to switch between, but mostly it's modafinil, particularly because of mental energy and particularly because of cognitive endurance. You want to do something for 8 or so hours and you really need the mental energy and the endurance, the cognitive endurance to sit through it all and to get it done, especially if you're on a deadline. Nothing better than modafinil, okay? Dose range, again, is 25 to 200 milligrams. Most folks find a sweet spot at 75 milligrams. Number 2, phenylpiracetam. Phenylpiracetam. Of all the racetams, phenylpiracetam is the mental energy racetam. You'll often see folks comparing it to modafinil for that reason. It is strong. When I take it very surgically, man. 100 or so milligrams if it's by itself with a choline source, maybe less if it's combined with other stuff, but it's like I know that I'm about to go in for a long time of needing my brain to be active. I need energy, I need a reservoir of energy, and I need to be able to just sit down and kill it. So phenylpiracetam is number 2. Dose range is 25 to 200 milligrams. My sweet spot's right around 75 if I'm taking it by itself. It can be stacked with very many other things. We're gonna get to that in a stack I'll give you in just a bit. Number 3 and number 4 are both racetams as well. Aniracetam is number 3. Particularly if you need to sit in front of QuickBooks or do some otherwise working memory tasks for a short period of time, okay? Short period of time. Aniracetam does not last all that long. 1 to 2.5 hours max for most folks. And you need good working memory, nothing better than Aniracetam for that. I mean, there's just nothing better. I take it when I go to business meetings and I need to talk about a whole bunch of things. I need to remember it all and structure it all. I take Aniracetam for that. If I'm going through the Cortex labs, like financial information, like looking at QuickBooks, trying to put things together, and I need to remember a bunch of stuff and kind of just work in like little siloed groups, Aniracetam for sure. That's number 3. Number 4 is Oxiracetam. For mental energy, for cognitive endurance, somewhat. But it doesn't last all that long, Oxiracetam. Again, 2 to 3 hours max for most folks. But mostly for laser focus, okay? Mostly for laser focus. Oxiracetam does this thing for most folks that respond well to it where it just shuts out a lot of this other stuff and really allows you to get in and hone in and zone in, okay? Oxiracetam is great for that. Number 5, uridine monophosphate. Uridine monophosphate. Uridine monophosphate is, it's so strong and so powerful. It's versatile. It's mental energy, speed of processing, motivation, working memory, productive drive to work. It's so impressive in its profile. Increases phospholipid synthesis, helps upregulate neurogenesis, engages in cellular repair with folic acid. In combination with a choline source and DHA is mighty, mighty powerful for upregulating neurogenesis and repairing brain cells. It's just very powerful. Induces neural outgrowth, if I didn't say that. Uridine is strong. Predominantly mental energy and cognitive endurance. Okay, you get speed of processing and verbal fluency with it. Predominantly, though, it is mental energy and cognitive endurance. Uridine is, if I were to say of all of these, modafinil and uridine monophosphate, not together necessarily, would be the 2 top individual powerful nootropic compounds for business productivity. Okay, and then the last one is Alcar, acetyl L-carnitine. That's the last one, Alcar. Alcar is massively underrated, super underrated, powerful mental energy inducing, right? You get some cognitive endurance too, so you get to like work for a while because you've got good mental energy, but primarily Alcar is like the caffeine of nootropics. It just turns things on. If you respond well to it, man, at 300 to 500 milligram dose range, you will be in. I take Alcar in the morning a lot. I've added it to my staple stack. It just changes everything, man. The amount of mental energy I have as a result, and therefore, because this is what I do, the amount of business productivity oriented brain performance that I have is substantially improved via Alcar. I'm going to give you one stack that comes from the nootropic stack for the business professional, which is where all of this came from. We lay out, all of these compounds in that digital guide. It's a digital guide downloadable for everything. A lot of business folks get it, but anyone can benefit from the stacks in it, because these are high-level, elite-level nootropic stacks for cranking out work that encompasses a few of the nootropics that we talked about. Okay, here's the stack. 75 milligrams phenylpiracetam, 100 milligrams theacrine, 500 milligrams Alcar, and 500 milligrams choline bitartrate. Every stack in all of our digital guides has a description, so I'm going to read the description. This stack is an exceptionally stimulatory stack. Alcar plus theacrine alone, gem, just give you a gem, is powerful for mental energy, but stacking phenylpiracetam on top of it will drive you to sit down and hammer out the to-do list. Okay, so those are my top nootropics for business productivity. I hope you get some benefit out of that stack. I hope you understand along the lines of what we try to talk about often, which is to use particular nootropic compounds for certain things. And the nootropic stack for the business professional, if you want to get that guide right now, look, we're still running a special on everything where you can get $7.99 off of everything. So that guide's $28. You can get it for 21, whatever that is, 21 bucks. By using the coupon code 27 at livecortex.com. Video that describes that guide and the rest of our products, to include the mighty Cortex nootropic stack at the end here in a second. Watch it. But yeah, right now, up until the 1st of January 2018, coupon code 27 gets you $7.99 off of everything at the Cortex Labs website. Shop around, have some fun. Thanks for watching. What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Balla here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex nootropic stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function
take the Cortex stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then like everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex stack does. Moving right along, the aniracetam guide there, that is called the Beginner's Guide to Aniracetam, breaks down 25 powerful aniracetam stacks, shows you how to use aniracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to aniracetam. Long demanded, folks asked us for it. We delivered. It is fully digital, lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the nootropic stacks for the business professional. That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, aniracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, Alcar stacks for business situations, for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the Racetam God Guide. That is a high-level every Racetam guide, digital guide. We've got all the major Racetams with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks. In that Racetam. There's 8 major nootropic Racetams, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the Noopept Pro Stack List. The Noopept Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying Noopept nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of Noopept stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of Noopept stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics, to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.